You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Tuesday to you, good sir.
Hey, right back in your little faces. How you doing, Heidi?
Fantastic. And yourself?
Yeah, not too shabby. It's National Sausage Pizza Day.
Oh, yeah. Heidi's a big fan of that.
I am.
You know, most popular year after year, most popular sausage topping is pepperoni, actually.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of a sausage guy,
I'm
too.
a sausage person.
But it's got to be Italian sausage, and
Yep.
it's got to be right. It's like
Italian
everything
sausage.
else, there's good
Yeah.
and bad. You know, you got to be careful out there.
Very nice.
All righty, let's see. What is birthdays today? Who's celebrating? Dylan McKay. That's how we came to know him and love him, from Beverly Hills 90210. Luke Perry.
Okay.
Oh, and he passed away not too long ago.
Super tragic, 2019 of a stroke.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just crazy.
It's unusual for a man that age, and he's in
Really
pretty good
young.
shape and stuff. And yeah, it
Yep.
was just kind of totally sad.
Yeah.
Totally sad. Emily Deschanel. She was Dr. Temperance Brennan. Bones, on the TV series Bones.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And sister of Zoe Deschanel, who's kind of
There
a
you
big
go.
deal,
I didn't
too.
know that.
Yes, they are sisters.
Sisters.
Okay.
Huh. Nice.
Yep, Emily is 46 today. And I know collectively, the three of us, she's one of our favorites. Belsalis Almazar is 30 today. She calls herself Cardi B.
Oh.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Love me some Cardi B.
Are you going to do a dramatic reading?
I might. Dramatic reading. Happens to be on my ringtone.
Dan, my favorite thing that you've ever said about Cardi B is that she makes music for people who shoplift at
yard
garage sales. I laugh about that often, by the way.
All right, from the 2018
There you go.
classic from the album Invasion of Privacy, a #1 hit for Cardi called I Like It. They call me Cardi Barty, banging body, spicy mammy, hot tamale, hotter than a Somali, fur coat Ferrari, hop out the stew, jumping in the coop, Big Dipper on top of the roof.
Oh, they don't write them like that anymore.
Oh, my.
Thank God.
Cardi B. Cardi B. 1975. I was there. Me, Butch Lenny, and Short But Squeaky, real name Bobby Pratcher. My good buddies coming out of high school, 1975. We sat in Butch Moore's basement, actually, and in West Minneapolis. Tuned it in, going, I wonder what this is going to be like. Turned out it was a game changer. We loved it. Saturday Night Live premieres on NBC.
Yeah.
George Carlin lights it up as the first host.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved George Carlin so much.
Yeah, as I remember, we're sitting there, and we graduated in 74, so 1975. There we are, being all of 18 and 19, just going, we've never seen anything like this in our lives.
And it was live, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy that they let them do all the things that they did live.
We were impressed, so
Yeah.
we kept watching it and kept watching.
And it's still on today.
It is. Was it
It's
the
not
40,
the same,
48th season?
Yeah.
Kicked off
Something
this
like
year?
that, yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched it in years, but you know.
I see it on, like,
It's gone
shared on
downhill.
Facebook from time to time.
Of course you do, John.
Yeah.
It was 1983. 1983. Imagine this. And so I wasn't quite sure if this was a misprint or what, so I looked it up. It turns out it's totally legit. 1983. The last hand-cranked telephones in the United States go out of service.
Oh, wow.
As 440 customers in Bryant Pond, Maine, were switched over to direct dial.
In 83.
19
Almost mid-'80s, there were still over 400 customers using the old hand crank thing.
Wow. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That is insane.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was probably some telephone company that was like, we cannot afford to upgrade our equipment.
Well,
so we're
this
gonna keep doing
was
this.
Bryant Pond was fairly rural,
Yeah.
pretty rural.
Huh.
So there you go.
That's pretty cool.
And in 1995, and this is really delicate, I wasn't quite sure if I should even do this, but then I thought, what the heck, my life's almost over.
Jeez. I'm going to get my hand on the bleep button just in case.
1995 this day, John Wayne Bobbitt
Oh, yeah.
has plastic surgery to increase the size of his schlotz. Now, keep in mind, it was a play. Lorena did some surgery on him 2 years previous.
Yes, she certainly did.
You're familiar with that story. I got to think, how exactly do they do that surgery? Use Legos? Well, you can't just. I mean,
and
like, who does that?
You wonder how it still works.
I don't know.
Well, apparently it does. But yeah, what a story!
Yeah. That was insane. That was all over everywhere.
It was pretty nice. Lorraine took exception to John. He was sleeping. She whipped out. It was like a butcher knife.
Yeah.
She removed that and threw it out a car window.
Sure, drives off with it, throws it off a car window. Police show up, whatever they got. Even a search and rescue. Wiener Dog found it. Because they're specialized and highly trained.
They gotta get the specialists.
The Wiener Dog.
But that whole thing is just nuts. He lives in Las Vegas now. He's like 53 years old.
Okay.
And yeah, he's done a number of things. Tried getting into the movie business. That didn't quite pan out.
He sure did.
And holy moly!
Well, I wish him the best.
Yeah, I know. We all know far too much.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
You bet, my pleasure. We can just bounce ahead here.
Gonna do that as quickly as we can. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit right now with JoeSneve, and he is one of the guys behind the Dakota Scout. Joe, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am fantastic. Now, you're a news guy. How long have you been in the news business?
About 15 years. I started as a young reporter in 2007, and now, the Dakota Scout is on, day 40?
Yeah, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's been an interesting, wild ride. My partner and I worked at the Argus Leader for a long time together, and we decided we wanted to start our own news outlet, which isn't that uncommon for seasoned journalists to sort of leave their legacy papers and start their own thing. What is a little bit unique about what we're doing is the actual print product that's going with our digital presence.
And that's the thing I was going to say. There are a lot of people who have online, whether it's a blog or if it's an email or some sort of thing that they're doing online. But you guys have gone all in. In addition to the online, which is amazing, you have a printed version, which I have a copy of sitting right here. How often do you print the Dakota Scout?
We print once a week. It comes out on Thursdays. It includes not just Jonathan and I's content, which, we pretty much handle all the news section articles in that. But we also have business, opinion, entertainment, culture. So the print product is sort of a hodgepodge of community happenings, a little bit more so than what you'll see on our website, thedakotascout.com, which is primarily just news and some viewpoints, opinion stuff.
How long did it take to put this together? Because I know you said you're on day 40 of the product being out, but you didn't start on this 40 days ago. You started on it a while ago, didn't you?
We started on this about 70 days ago. So it's not like we had a ton of time to do this, but we left our old jobs in July and July 29th, and with the goal of launching on September 1st. We had been thinking about this and kind of mentally working our way through some of the landmines that we might encounter while we were at our old jobs, but there was only so much you could do, just in the mental space, but the actual going down the checklist, checking boxes of things to do couldn't start until we left our old job. So it was a dead sprint from July 29th to September 1st. And then everything turned on. First paper came out, website went up, started selling online subscriptions. If I could do it over again, we might maybe launch October 1st. It would have probably been better for just the stress levels and sleep and whatnot. But we're really proud that we were able to do this in relatively short order.
And you've got a lot of people cheering for you guys. I hope you understand that. As we're the only locally owned radio station, so I can absolutely relate to what you're doing and how difficult it is to be up against huge multi-million-dollar companies. But there are a lot of people in the corner of the little guy, the local guy. So I hope you understand that there are a lot of people who really are rooting for you and wishing you nothing but the best.
Well, we appreciate it. The support's been great. Almost overwhelming at times, and that's exactly what we want to do and be is local, everything local. And sometimes you might have to pay a premium to keep your money locally. We've run into that on a few occasions, but we've always found that it'll come back to you if you keep your dollars local. And so far that's working. And I don't know if I said earlier, but the print product is free. So anybody that gets them, sees them out in the community, go ahead and just pick one up. You don't have to worry about paying a cashier or anything. But we do charge for our online subscriptions. It's $5 a month plus tax.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. $5.33 a month, or you can do an entire year, $58.57. That works out to $4.88 a month. Or you could be a scouting member for $90 a year. And the thing that's really cool, again, if you go to thedakotascout.com and just click through, and you can even do it without a subscription. If you say, hey, I'm interested, but I don't want to subscribe, maybe I'll do that later, they can do that as well. And I love the fact that you've got this very user-friendly platform. That's one of my complaints about some of the other websites. There are websites that they're really cool and they're so robust, but then you're going, how do I use this thing? There's too much stuff. I like that yours is it's very robust. It's got a lot of information, but it's also very easy to use. So good job on that.
Hey, thank you. We have a good content management software partner that has helped ease this in and make it so it's pleasant for the consumer, the reader.
If somebody would like to subscribe, again, the website, thedakotascout.com, and then you can find this around town. Is it mainly in Sioux Falls that you find it right now, or do you guys have this in other places too?
We're in Sioux Falls and the surrounding communities. We're also in Pierre and Aberdeen, and you can watch for it soon in Rapid City.
Very nice. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I appreciate it a bunch.
Hey, thanks a lot, John.
Again, JoeSneve, one of the guys behind the new Dakota Scout. It's thedakotascout.com. I've got a link to it on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio, and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Tuesday?
Well, what's City of Sioux Falls up to lately?
Yeah.
What are we doing with all
What are we
those
up to?
trillions of dollars we have in just a slush fund down at City Hall? Which
Right.
is
There's been a lot of orange cones, I noticed, for
it's
41st
crazy.
Street.
This is big now. I think
Oh my gosh, yeah, they're everywhere.
maybe you guys recall this because it seems to me, and I may be wrong, it was about a year ago or so, that, the butterfly house and aquarium, I thought they were going to move downtown.
Oh,
or did
really?
I just imagine that?
I don't remember.
I knew they were going to move, and I thought it
heard
was downtown.
on this program that everything was moving downtown by next year.
By 2023.
Yeah.
It has to be downtown.
That's what
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, there's plenty
2
of
years
room in
ago.
that $23 million parking ramp nobody wants. Just set up shop right there, little
right.
kiosk,
Yeah,
little
but I
pop-up shops.
heard the news last week while you were gone. Nobody was covering the news, so I kept an eye on things for you, Dan.
Well, Butterfly House is getting together with Great Plains Zoo now.
yeah.
They're going to move it over there.
Yeah.
From what
I think that's a
understand.
good move.
Well,
The
it kind of
aquarium
makes
and
sense.
Yeah.
One change in the partnership will be the location of the Butterfly House and Aquarium. Within the next 2 years, new Butterfly House and Aquarium will be built on the campus of where the Great Plains Zoo is now.
Do we know what they're going to do with the building that they're in now?
I think
It's
that's
a pretty cool
wonderful.
building. I don't know.
It is a cool
I
building.
think that would be a great location.
I was
for
thinking
them.
maybe, we could see if we could get a lease on it for $1 a year. Like that other building downtown that group got.
Well, they're going to keep operating. Of course, the Butterfly House will keep operating where it is now until the Great Plains Zoo, that campus, undergoes major renovations. Apparently, there's bigger plans for the zoo than just the Butterfly House.
Nice.
So it's important to keep in mind, though, and this is where, to me, things get a little bit dicey in case you don't know. That zoo is owned by the city of Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
City of Sioux Falls owns infrastructure, land, all the assets associated with that zoo, takes care of all the maintenance on the grounds as well.
Yeah.
So now it looks like the city's going to own that Butterfly House. And by city, I mean us.
Yeah. Who owned it now? Who owned it before that?
I guess I kind of thought it
Was it
always
not
was
city-owned?
It must not have
Well,
been.
years ago, Zoological Society, private donations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
The city has not always owned that.
No, I mean the Butterfly House.
Butterfly
Who owned
House.
that?
Oh, good question.
I know that it was two different nonprofits that are going to be joining forces, apparently. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't owned by the city?
I was not aware of that. I have
maybe
no
not.
idea. Or how much like Sertoma kicked into that or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
So, yeah, it gets kind of interesting. But, and again, and John, this is right up your alley. I understand you got an early birthday gift.
Yeah.
You have like a nuclear-powered leaf blower.
My wife bought me a brand new, because my daughter has a battery-powered
He had
leaf
leaf
blower.
blower envy.
And then I was like, well, my leaf blower, I got to plug it in. And Heidi said, I'll get you a new leaf blower. And then she bought me one. And my birthday's not till the end of next
It
month.
looks like a World War II flamethrower.
It's pretty cool.
Thing's
she-
massive.
She got it. She's like, here, you might need this before your birthday, but take it. I was like, what?
You could probably do crowd dispersal with it.
This leaf blower doesn't just blow, it also sucks. So I used the suck function on it, and that works pretty good. My other leaf blower, I've
You
never
don't want to
used
go
that.
there, dude.
I'm just saying, it sounds naughty, but it's not. It's a leaf blower.
But here's the thing, and I've had this standing offer going on, better part of 3 or 4 years now, and the money is still sitting there in the vault where I put it. I have a standing $50 offer, and get it done now, because security is going to beef up when the Butterfly House moves over to the zoo
is.
campus. You walk a leaf blower into the Butterfly House, let her rip potato chip, just send me a picture, some video, whatever, you get $50.
Sunny Radio has nothing to do with that.
And
by
it's
the way.
worth it, and whenever if you get in a little bit of trouble, it'll be worth every second. Just the look of surprise on those little bit of butterfly faces. It's priceless. They don't see it coming, man. They're just,
Oh, wow.
all
Well,
right.
thanks for that, Dan.
Man, that's
have
but I
to-
think that's interesting.
Yeah, I think we're also going to have to lose today's episode of the program if you don't find the podcast, because it might also be used as evidence.
Holy
A
smokes.
highly edited version of the show. If you ever do miss a program, by the way, we do save this as a podcast. So, Dan, thanks for coming in.
Man, thanks for having me, and
we appreciate
I
it.
apologize to everyone.
We missed you last week a lot, by the way. I don't know
Thank
if
you very
Did we
much.
tell you that yesterday? Have we told you that?
Well, I
we
had
missed
some
you?
separation anxiety
Yeah, it was
with
bad.
you guys too.
Did you miss our dog?
No.
Because our dog missed you a lot.
No.
Our dog is in. She's
Never
barking in the
crossed
other
my
room right
mind,
now.
ever.
Our dog was hanging out
Not
on your chair.
once did your dog cross my mind.
Oh.
She would jump
you
up on your
crossed her
chair and she would
mind.
look for you. She thought you were lost or something.
Yeah,
So.
no, I'm good. There she goes.
Cassie missed you a lot. Very good. Well, thanks for coming in, sir. she's barking in the other room right now. She can't wait to see you. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, October 11th, 2022. Equities sold off again Monday as fears of a major recession grow. Not only was there hawkish Fed commentary to move the market, but JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon is once again predicting a recession. He says the U.S. will fall into a recession within 6 to 9 months, and that could take the S&P 500 down another 20% or more. On the flip side, Fed President Brainerd thinks that there are already signs of improvement within the economy, and those comments helped the S&P 500 close off the lows of the session. This week's hurdle for for the market is still to come, however, with the PPI and CPI data both due out later this week. The market is expected to see core consumer inflation cool on a month-to-month and year-over-year basis, and it may be disappointed. The last read on the PCE prices showed a surprise increase, and there are still indications of rising prices from within the S&P 500 itself. A hot number would be bad for the market and could lead to set a new low by the end of the week. You could get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.